What were our predictions?
I said 230.
I went with something like 203, I think.
I said 210. 173 for 8 by a team that has been knocking off records for fun, and that too, it's on an occasion where they batted first, a time of the match that they enjoy the most, piling on the runs, but it wasn't to be at the Wankhede, might I add. So if there were various factors you were considering that a record total could have been reached, I think it checked all those boxes. First, Sunrisers Hyderabad, good batting order, check. Secondly, Wankhede, high scoring ground, check. Thirdly, SRH to bat first, check. Everything checked. Yet 173 is what they managed. How did that happen?
In fact, even 173 looked difficult at one point. If it wasn't for that 17-run last over and a couple of those partnerships right towards the end, between overs 14 to 19, you weren't even looking at 173. This at least gives them something to take the match to, let's say, in and around the 15-17 over territory. Maybe if it's a perfect bowling performance from SRH, but otherwise complete collapse there, and the big guns not firing sees them in major trouble today.
I mean, 96 for 5 at one point. From 96 to 5 to get to 173 for 8 is nothing short of a minor miracle, and it requires a lot of thanks to the lower order actually stringing together some runs, whatever little they did, whatever contributions they could make.
No, forget 96 for 136 for 8. And I'm guessing 150 tops.
Yeah.
Tops. Because they would have lost the next 2 wickets, I thought. Though they got in a batter right at the death. I don't think this was going to be their, or would have been their first choice, Sanveer Singh to come in. I think they only went to plan B because they would have been hoping to get a spinner in to their attack. But they actually waited for the 11th hour to bring in that sub. Usually teams on their 5-6 down want to go extra batter, kind of a collapse they bring in. They actually waited till right at the death, right at the end, when they said, okay, no other option left.
They've done that before. They brought in Washington Sundar and he got out for a golden duck.
Golden duck impact sub.
Yeah. Maybe because 173 is what they've got, wasn't looking good. And had you picked, had anyone picked Mumbai to win?
You all had. I was the only one who backed SRH.
And you had. Oh, because he's wearing a
Go.
orange army. Orange army.
I have no no bone in this particular fight. Doesn't matter.
Well, I have for most games, I don't have.
For this doesn't really bother me. The one team which I really care about is doing rather well. So these matches are like.
But even then, because Nikhil's been supporting LSG this season, of course, this does well to LSG. So maybe that's why the Mumbai Indians win means far more. See, yes, there comes the
and CSK also, I'm kind of back.
And CSK also will be very helped by this because again, SRH I think losing form at the worst time possible, and now you're looking at it, that match against RR also, if they had lost, they'd have been in deep trouble today. They'd have been on 10 points, staring down the barrel of another defeat.
Yeah, 1 run win, remember.
But none of this matters if SRH go on to win. I mean, none of this as in this of it helping LSG and CSK.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, if SRH were to win this, kudos to them and very well played.
I mean, to be fair,
happen.
MI fell downwards on a chase that was much less than this.
Exactly my point.
So chasing less than 168 types were they chasing. How much were they chasing? 160, 158, 159 against KKR.
Yeah.
That was an under par total. Even we were saying no chance whatsoever. This, that, 24 runs.
I wonder, and that was also in the Wankhede.
I think they're using the same pitch.
That was the same pitch where it wasn't easy to chase. So, that actually is interesting. If it is Indies, that's kind of a pitch where spinners did very well. I know the KKR spinners came to the party.
Yes.
And Mumbai was struggling. If it is that sort of a pitch, then SRH would kind of fancy their chances. Though, to be fair, they don't have the quality of spinners that KKR had at the time. Yet they've got 2 and no Markram playing, so they don't have 3. So it's basically
you're basically using 2 batting all-rounders in Shahbaz Ahmed and Abhishek Sharma. That's why now suddenly they may miss someone like a Markand. They could have clipped out a couple of wickets from somewhere.
Looking at how good Piyush Chawla was, Markande would be like, yes, I'm going to bowl here, but now he's been deprived of that opportunity.
They had no option. And that's why I said, that's why I think they've waited for the very end. Like you reached a stage where you could have been all out. And that's when they decided, okay, let's go in with a Sanveer instead of a Markande. So, I mean, they would have hoped, but they don't have it. Now, low total with a bowler less. a regular spinner that they could have gone with. I mean, odds stacked against them, but yeah, you're right. I mean, seeing what happened against KKR, don't rule that out. And again, sometime when the team is not in form, you have a bit of a collapse, you can be in that situation. Though one positive today, Mr. Pandya, you just did a report card today and he decided.
Bendel got C grade. Actually B, just that one performance because...
you gave him B grade?
B gave him B grade.
The teacher in Harshit. If you don't know what we're talking about, we did a report card for the Indian team for the games that they've played so far in the IPL after the team was announced.
See, because he didn't have any runs, so we took runs into consideration far more. He had some wickets then also.
No, B I think.
No, C. Because Shane was also there and yeah. In fact, Shane almost vetoed it because we were between B and C. Like, no runs, give him a C.
How could you have been a B if he's not scoring runs? He's an all-rounder. You're looking at both
but he had
facets.
a good outing with the
With
ball.
the ball, he had, I think...
So B, no,
No,
not
he
A.
definitely C.
But two
See, if
innings
he had
and
a
one
good,
run.
but he had a good outing with bat and ball, so he would have been A. He had a good outing with ball, bad outing with bat, so B.
B minus.
If he had bad outing with both bat and ball, then C.
We were pretty strict.
Unfair.
We were pretty strict teachers over there because we gave a Ravindra Jadeja a B. Remember, this comes at the back of
This I had nothing
a man
to
of
do
the
with.
match performance.
This I had nothing to do
But
with.
because of those 45 runs that he has scored in those two matches, 43 came in just the
But that's
previous
not
match.
his fault.
But 2 runs in the previous match
so fine.
and no wickets in that match. Actually, he just
Okay,
performed
fine.
well.
So he did one good match, one bad
One
match.
bad
So you gave him B.
So middle
same
of-
with him. So same with Hardik Pandya.
But 0 and 1.
Yeah, but wickets, no. So bowling,
Couple of wickets. That wasn't-
4 wickets, I think.
No. 3.
3-4 he got in one game, yeah.
So 3
So
and
how
3
ca-
today.
So the other game he got zilch.
Yeah, so with the ball you were seeing a resurgence with Hardik Pandya, which is good.
No, I think very harsh. He should have been a B grade in your report.
Also,
I
what's worth
grade my
noting,
team so harsh, so you would have expected the grading to be very
Exactly.
tough anyway. B.
Anyway, I had a good
Check out
outing.
that
Beauty.
report, the report card.
Leave
now.
aside the fact that he got 3 wickets, 31 runs, he bowled 4 overs. That in itself is noteworthy. I think it's the first time this season he's bowled a full 4.
I think it's done before.
No. Prior to the KKR game, he had not bowled 4 in any match. I think he bowled 3 against KKR. He didn't go for the 4th. This is the first time this season he's bowled 4.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, because he stopped bowling at one point. Then those reports came that he's hiding an injury, and then he started bowling at the
again.
death. But even then, it would end up being his 3rd over at times.
Very rare that he'll go for
It'll
a
be
3rd.
interesting to check if he's bowled the first time his entire.
No,
career.
see, I knew before the KKR game he hadn't. Okay, so that much I'm 110% sure of.
Is this again to do with any report that we perhaps missed? Hardik Pandya, why he's
No,
not-
also see, again, my point is that he should have been doing this from the start. Now what has happened, I think that kind of pressure is off. That glare is off. That was on him.
Oh, no, he bowled the 4th against KKR as well, second time. The 4th over last time was what gave away a lot of runs because 3 he had phenomenal figures, then in the 4th over he got downed.
No, he should have been bowling 4 overs earlier. You see, when they did well, when the Gujarat team did well, Hardik was regularly bowling his 4 overs. So he was batting higher up the order, he was bowling his 4 overs, and he was taking charge. I think this time, because of that entire negative publicity that he got, he chose to be a bit behind the scenes sort of a thing. So I don't want to take charge. Neither did he bowl his 4 overs, neither did he come out to bat higher up or shifting his batting position. In Gujarat, it was pretty much done. He's coming in at 4. Was sometime 5. But here he's pushed himself 6, 7 also. No, so I think all of that played, not bowling himself that regularly, despite no injury concern as such. I think that kind of pressure is slightly off, which is why he's bowling. I mean, if you're an Indian fan, you're just happy that Hardik, the bowler, is coming good. You just now need Hardik, the batter.
Yeah, what this also sort of gives you a little more optimism is that if this is the kind of form, he gave you 3 wickets today, he picked another couple the other time, is that yes, you could be looking at a combination where he's your 5th bowler. And
That's
that
true.
could be the combination that India need at times.
I told you I am going to play both
Your spinners.
Dubey, Dubey and
Dubey and
Hardik.
Dubey and Hardik. Huh?
Yeah. Because a lot of people said Dubey will sit on the bench. I'll have to play him because I need my batting. And when I made my team, there was The fifth bowler was Hardik only. On an occasion, Dubey chips in if need be as the sixth bowling option for an over or two. But I'm just going with 5 bowlers, including Hardik as the fifth bowler. So 4 bowlers. Then I will have batting till number 8.
And I think that's the team combination they'll go with, because if you look at the number of pacers they have, there's only 3. Are you really going to play all 3 of them in not a chance? So you're playing 2 and 1 will be on the bench, which in
2
itself
fast
tells
bowlers, Hardik Pandya,
2 spinners.
Jadeja,
Kuldeep.
and 1 spinner is Kuldeep.
Correct.
Done.
And then Shivam Dubey will be your 6th bowling option in an absolute worst case.
Then your batting is till 8, Jadeja at 8.
Correct.
Otherwise, you take another bowler, Jadeja at 7. That's risky.
Especially considering the kind of form he's winning with the bat, doubly risky.
I won't do that. Okay, let's take a few questions. The short session that we have. A few questions. Rakesh Bhushan, thanks Nikhil for your take on Kohli Virat spat. This outside noise phrase was coined by Ravi Shastri when he was coach, and now he's part of outside noise.
True.
I would have loved it if you had taken side as to who is right amongst the two. No, Rakesh, my point of that video is not to take sides actually. I just wanted to put into perspective a few things which are being misreported. So I thought I'll just put those thoughts out. Who is right? Actually, to be fair, it is not even a question of who's right or who's wrong. Quite honestly. See, Virat is right in his way that he's agreed that people are talking about his strike rate for every game. And he's right in that. See, that's his prerogative. That's his opinion. And he has a right to express that. And he has. If you're not happy that too much is being made, and I agree that there is a school of thought that feels strike rate is an issue, but there's also a school of thought that says that you are scrutinizing it too much. I'm not saying either is right or wrong, but both are right in their opinion. So similarly, if Virat feels too much of talk is happening there and it's more than that's needed, he's also right. So he's not wrong. And Mr. Gavaskar saying what he did, he's also right, where he's actually pointed out to the broadcaster showing that video again and again. What he's trying to say is that, you know, if we made the opinion, that's a interview in which Virat is bashing us and you're playing it again and again. That's the case. Don't ask us to give opinions. Don't ask us to be on shows. We give that opinion and then somebody is bashing us and you're more than happy. Okay, you showed it once, showed it twice, it's okay. You're showing it a million times.
Yeah.
So both, there's nothing right or wrong. Both are right to put forward their opinion. In fact, what I tell in the video is, if you hear it in detail, that it's not actually a Gavaskar versus Virat. Both may not necessarily have been talking about each other. Both may be talking about a macro thought process that has happened, not individually at each other. Dhairya.
In 2019, Hardik used to hit the helicopter shot. I think he's forgotten that because it improved his game as a power hitter, and who can forget that 91 of 32 balls. I agree. I think Hardik, the power hitter, seems to be a thing of the past weirdly, and it's concerning.
Yeah, it's true. But see, someone then needs to have a talk. Again, what has happened? Why have you not seen Hardik the power hitter? Because Hardik has taken the leadership role. It started from Gujarat, where he started becoming a leader, and he has to, have the team rotate around him, bat around him. Fair point, and he did that. At that time, it was a need of the hour. He needs to realize quickly that his role and then he was captain of the Indian T20 team as well. So that role continued. Now he's come as captain of Mumbai Indians. That role continues. But now somebody will have to put it in his head. Now when you're going there, you're going in as a regular player. Your job is to be a finisher. Go bang bang. I think he'll have to do it. Yeah. Any
Agree.
question? Nobody?
Let's see. GGK says everything happening for CSK. CSK will lose to RR in the final at Chepauk. Tala for a reason.
GGK. But CSK, by the way, bit of a trouble, huh? Now Patirana is also gone. It's ruled out. So that isn't great.
Patirana back. No
because
Fizz.
Fizz is gone.
No, they have Tushar Magra.
Tushar Deshpande is doing well.
Tushar stuck.
Tushar Anderson.
Tushar Anderson it was yesterday, in fact. Yeah.
Nip in and out, my God.
Ashizar says Travis had overrated batsman against spin. Dismissed 5 times in this is.
I mean, he has 2 clear and obvious weaknesses. One is that against spin, if he doesn't whack it, he'll get dismissed. There's no in between. Second is early on, and we saw England exploit this to the hilt during the Ashes. Early in his career, very susceptible to a short ball. I don't know why it is more teams haven't tried that tactic. Everyone's bowling him slot balls, les pe maar de, and he's obliging. He's obliging every single time. is the same with the Sunil Narine thing. You know there's a weakness.
Today he could have been out to that debutant fast bowler.
Anshul Kamboj.
Anshul so unlucky. One was a drop catch.
Yeah.
Tushara dropped it. One was a no ball.
No ball.
No ball,
no
which
ball
then the resultant free hit was also a no ball, and then the resultant free hit went for another 4. By the way, but shout out to Anshul Kamboj, I have to mention this. He's got the initials AK on his back, and do you know what his squad number is? 47. Finally! He's got the numbers. He's literally got AK-47 on his back. That's smart.
I'm sure he chose it.
110%.
Yeah.
There's no way this is unintentional.
And boy, he fired today.
He did. He did.
This would be like I remember when Shardul Thakur made his India debut. He got trolled, poor guy, because he took the number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah. The only way he could have been more trolled is if he had to take the number 10 and then put ST down there. Shardul Thakur works.
Yeah.
Poor guy then had to switch to number 54 because he got trolled.
Vignesh says, forget about David
Man,
replacing
not
Pollard
just,
in batting. He can't even replace him in the field.
David is a bang average fielder for whatever reason. Like, he's really not that good in the field. Tends to make one too many blunders. I would say, it's weird for an Aussie, but then you remember he's Singaporean Aussie.
Yeah.
So
Jaydev was saying Hardik bowled total of 4 overs in 5 matches this season.
5 matches. I remember before the KKR game, the stat was flashing up very clearly that he's not bowled 4 overs at all. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
AK.
AK is there.
Speaking as a Mumbai fan, I hope they lose all their games from now on, so their pathetic performance this season doesn't get overshadowed by a few meaningless wins. High time for some harsh changes. You know what, AK? They could win every game from now on and no one is going to be cutting them any slack. I can promise you that.
See, that's what happens when you have such high standards.
Yeah.
It'll come under a lot of criticism, and the franchises like Mumbai and CSK, they've reached a point where everything, besides a top 4 qualification is as good as just abuse for them. They can't
Doesn't
stand
matter.
it. Exactly.
I mean, this is a franchise who I remember Ambati Raidu, again, who's played for both CSK and MI, said that in CSK everything is about you keep doing what you're doing. Win, lose is fine. Eventually you will get the big wins. With MI, their entire attitude is win now.
Yeah.
We have to win all the time.
Yeah.
That is the attitude. That's what's driven them. And see, there's no right or wrong with either. I think it really depends on.
It's good.
It
It's
depends.
obsessive mentality, obsessed with
It's
success.
Correct. But if then what happens? The flip side of that is if you're not winning, then boss there's going to be questions, right?
Yeah. And how you react when you don't win.
Correct.
Now, the thing is, it's not like they've not been wooden spooners in previous editions. They've seen the lows of IPL as well. Mumbai Indians, they've seen campaigns which have been far more disastrous. They've won 8 matches and without a win at the start as well. So they've seen all of that as well. But it's the fact that they knew that there was a man over there who could do all the troubleshooting, who knew how to bounce back, as a captain and make the franchise then bounce back. Now the leadership change, and now how they react is something that is that's what where Mumbai find themselves in hot waters.
Absolutely.
Yes, you really want me to take that comment, Shivam?
Come on, yeah, sure.
GGK is not. GGK is asking a question about India's jersey and political connections. Then Shivam wants us to answer it.
I don't know about political connections or not, but I don't like that jersey the way it looks.
You don't like it?
No, it reminds me of that really bad jersey they had in the 2019 World Cup, the one-off jersey which you wore against England. And then they carted around the Kulcha duo, and you have the Kulcha duo in this edition of the World Cup as well.
Not a big fan. I saw it, didn't like it much.
Even I didn't like
It
it.
reminds me a bit of...
It's got nothing to do, with political.
No, it's nothing to do with the politics.
But
I'm looking
I
at the
also
aesthetic.
think the orange is a bit too much. And again, I'm not hinting at a political connection. Just generally aesthetically.
Also, the Indian team is more blue than orange. So
Exactly.
we've been used to
Men in blue.
Exactly.
Men in blue.
Yeah.
Blue. So
No, while they've kept the blue, the orange has increased a bit, and it's just not matching. Like maybe if orange was used like a stripe, like a little bit, would have been still okay as a contrast. But the dominating blue Now here they've almost gone 50-50 now.
A mix.
They've gone 50-50.
See, the sleeves are entirely orange now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's almost like if you look at the sides and the sleeves and put that and your India written in orange, all of that together, I think blue and orange are right now at 50-50.
And it doesn't go well
Yeah,
with
just
the combination.
aesthetically
it's
not
aesthetically not pleasing at all, very clash.
Yeah. What they could have done is like, I like the tricolor in the collar, which is nice. You could have left the sleeves also blue, but just as you have that orange in the side, that could have been kept, and maybe on the sleeve also on the side it could have been there.
It would remind me a lot of the 2009-10 types ODI jersey you had, which was Nike again, dark blue, and it was similar. You had shades of orange.
Yeah,
It wasn't overly done. This is kind of Adidas were like, how much orange do you want? Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Just put it all.
to the naked eye, not the most pleasing.
It reminds me a little bit of certain petrol pump vendors.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's just right there.
No, but they don't. They have like too much orange. Their blue is less.
It's the same combination color-wise.
Yeah, the same memes that were doing the rounds as well in 2019.
Really?
Yeah, they're being compared to.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have gone with slightly better.
Slightly.
I would think so. Travis Head. Cute, Travis Head.
Because every time he
sees
sees
blue.
blue, he goes crazy and he plunges runs.
That may have been. So turn it a bit into orange. So that Australia feel they're playing the Netherlands. Something like that.
And then he'll bottle it whilst looking at the Netherlands apparently.
Orange army ke liye khel
Ah.
Interesting.
Okay.
But are we changing predictions here?
I am. I picked SRH. There's no way they're winning this now, right? No way.
Anyway, picked Mumbai.
Now I'll really regret it if somehow they ended up. But no, law of averages says, am I winning this? And yeah, I flip.
You Andre wants us to have 5 teams in playoff.
No, then you'll have 6, then 7, 4 is fine.
8 ko kar do na pura.
Let everyone play the playoffs. Make it league stages and then knockouts. All 8 teams playing.
Not a big fan. See you. End of the game. Bye bye. Vanakkam, Nandri, everything.
Well, that's later, right? Not the wicket.